College football is back, and we'll get you ready on this season-opening edition of UB Football Insider with Lance Leipold. We'll sit down with Coach and get an overview on the preseason. We'll find out which Bulls have stepped up, and we'll get the latest on the quarterback competition. You'll meet the Bulls running back who has come from the closest with a chance to run the farthest. We'll mic up the Bulls defensive coordinator and take a look at the exciting home football schedule. It's UB Football Insider from the Stir Nightclub at the Seneca Niagara Resort, and it gets rolling right now.
There it is. At the 40, there he goes. This is history in the making. Ball's loose, picked up at the 10. Buffalo touchdown. Handed to Johnson, running to the left. He's got a hole at the 35, at the 30. There he goes. Bullseye. It's a Jordan Johnson touchdown.
Hold on, 2, 1, 2. Whoa.
And we welcome in the head coach of the UB Bulls football team, Lance Leipold, here to the Stir Nightclub inside the Seneca Niagara Resort. And welcome to another football season. I know this is your favorite time of the year.
Absolutely, Paul. It's great to be with you.
Yeah, well, the first question for you, Lance, as we get everybody ready for the upcoming season, is kind of an interesting point that you brought up through the preseason, which is even though you and your staff are in your second year, with 42 new players on the team this year, it almost feels a little more like your first year.
Yes, it does. In some ways, there's almost 3 separate recruiting seasons. We had a group that signed in December. It joined us in January. We had the signing day in February, and then really just through some matters of some attrition and openings in the program, we really signed about another 11 players after spring ball was done. So it's been an interesting mix, but it's gone very well.
So there's a lot of new players for Bulls fans to keep an eye out for, and some of them are really going to play key roles for you. We'll get to that in a moment. But a big part of getting all those guys and all the incoming freshmen and the returning players ready for the season actually comes in the summer. And you have a new strength and conditioning coach in Ryan Sidzik. Talk about the role that he plays in getting your guys ready for when the coaching staff takes over.
Well, Ryan Sidzik joined us in January, took over the winter conditioning program, and of course led us into the summer. The strength coach today, Paul, is so important. They actually spend more time with our players than we actually do when you really break it down through that, second semester of the spring semester of the year and then throughout the summer. And he did just an outstanding job, not just in our conditioning, but our strength numbers have increased across our explosion, vertical jumps, our broad jumps, everything there. But the other part of the little things in nutrition and discipline and in their eating habits and really everything that they're doing, he's been a great addition.
Well, you've got a bunch of practices under your belt, a couple of scrimmages so far. Every observation from practice was things are running very crisply. There seems to be a lot of talent, but I'd like to hear what you think. Give us an assessment of the preseason camp.
I like your assessment.
You like mine? Okay, you can use it.
But it's been a good camp. Very, very pleased. And, we talk about a lot of newcomers. It shows the job that our seniors and our upperclassmen have done in, really getting those people acclimated to how we go about doing things on a daily basis. And then I think that, the second year part of understanding how we run fall camp, how we go about our practices, our meetings, I think has really benefited us. The other thing, Paul, as you know, has really been huge is the Murchie Family Football Center that has allowed us now to have great classroom setting in one area that we can go over film and classroom while we install offense and defense.
And you've got just about the coolest Division I football coach's office out of anybody at the Murchie Family Football Center. All right, we talked about some new players. There's going to be some players on the field in 6 days against Albany that Bulls fans may go, hey, I'm not sure who that guy is. I want you to focus on a couple of them. We'll start on defense with new middle linebacker Khalil Hodge and one of the new defensive linemen, a fifth-year transfer by the name of Romaine Douglas.
Well, Khalil Hodge joined us in January, Paul, and he came from the City College of San Francisco, where he played 1 season. He has 3 years of eligibility. He's come in, he's done an outstanding job learning the middle linebacker position, where we lost an outstanding player in Nick Gilbo. And he's kind of just taken a hold of that position, and he just seems to get better and better each day. He's in command of what we're doing, and I think he's going to play a big role for us.
And how about Romaine Douglas?
Romaine Douglas, unique story. You hear a lot whether it be in college football or basketball, the graduate transfer. He graduated recently from the University of Louisiana, where Tim Edwards, our defensive line coach, was a defensive line coach prior to coming here. And they had a relationship, and he reached out and wanted to come be part of our program. He started some graduate work this summer, and he's done a great job, and he's going to add depth to that defensive line.
All right, on offense, it's going to be a very new-look wide receiving core beyond the veteran Marcus McGill. A couple players I want you to talk about: redshirt freshman KJ Osborne and junior college transfer Kamadi Holsey.
Well, first of all, Kamadi is one of those junior college players that joined us recently over the summer. Gives us some size and speed. He was at Independence Junior College in Kansas. Originally, he resides from Philadelphia, so it was a good fit. And I think fans are going to be very impressed with what he's going to give us on speed and his ability for big plays. KJ Osborne, as you said, redshirt freshman. He's from the Detroit, Michigan area, Ypsilanti, went to IMG Academy in Florida. And there's not a more dedicated guy about taking care of his body, training, and all these things in his daily work habits than KJ. And he really started to blossom in the spring, and he's had an excellent camp in the fall.
All right, I saved the most asked question for last here, which is the one about the quarterback position. It's been a terrific competition between Grant Rohach and Tyree Jackson. Where are you at, and how close to a decision are you?
Well, at this time, it's still a good battle, and they each are doing good things. Grant was slowed by an ankle sprain. He missed a couple days. Tyree continues just to really grow in the offense and get more comfortable. Both are going to add some run game to our offense, and we're not quite ready to say who that's going to be yet, but I know we're going to be in good hands.
All right, good stuff at the quarterback position. Lots of new players to talk about. If you noticed, we didn't talk about one of the key players, and that's running back Jordan Johnson. He gets his own segment. That's coming up next when UB Football Insider with Lance Leipold continues from the Stern Nightclub inside the Seneca Niagara Resort.
Buffalo sports fans, don't miss the season opener for UB football. Friday, September 2nd, when the Bulls take on the Great Danes of Albany at 7 p.m. Stampede Square opens at 4 p.m., featuring fun family entertainment and country music star Jared Neiman on the Tailgate Concert Series stage.
Find out!
For tickets and more information, call 877-UB-THERE or visit UBBulls.com. It's football, tailgating, and live music, so make sure to be counted and get your tickets today.
Let's go Bulls!